Let's go.
I'm Mei Lee. I wear what I want, say what I want, 24/7, 365. I know, it's a lot. But I don't got time to mess around. All about that hustle, am I right? Poor town. This is gonna be the best year ever. And nothing's gonna get in my way.
All right.
Mei, breakfast is ready.
Coming.
It's gonna be me. Is everything okay?
I'm a gross red monster. Don't look at me. Stay back.
It's happened already?
What did you say?
Our ancestors had a mystical connection with red pandas.
Are you kidding me?
This little quirk runs in our family. You're so cute.
Sick. I've always wanted a tail.
I'm a freak. We love you, May.
You're our girl. Whoa.
You're you.
Any strong emotion will release the panda.
Abby, hit me.
Do you know how dangerous this is? You'll get whipped up into a frenzy and panda all over.
OMG! My whole life I've been perfect little Mei. But maybe I like this new me.
Mama's girls.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to it's kind of a movie review. It is a movie review for Turning Red, but also I'm going to go a little bit more deep than you normally do. Well, at least more than I normally do. And first off, Pixar. I just want to say this. If for some odd reason somebody at Pixar is seeing this, or someone at Disney is seeing this, which I highly, highly, highly doubt will ever happen, but come on, man. Why you gotta kind of screw Pixar like that, man? What is it, 3 movies now? Was it Soul, Luca, and Turning Red now have all gone to Disney+? Soul was kind of in a tough spot when it released, but Luca was originally supposed to be in theaters. Like, I remember seeing trailers playing at theaters and posters, and then it just got taken away, and Turning Red was the same way. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know why this movie got pulled from theaters. I'm here to kind of show support for the movie. Not kind of, show support for the movie, because Pixar, they're very talented. This director was the director of a short that is on Disney Plus called Bow, I believe. Bow, something like that. B-A-U, I believe it's how it is. A very great short, and this is a very good movie. And it's, I think, very unfair to be forced to watch this on the streaming service. I like how HBO Max is doing this, where they are showing it in theaters for 45 days, and then it goes to HBO Max. And I feel like you could do something similar like you did with Encanto. Encanto was a fantastic movie to watch in a theater. I would have been so upset if I had just watched it on Disney Plus, and I didn't. I was able to see it in probably the biggest theater I could at the time. And I got pretty lucky with this movie too. I was able to watch it in a theater. So I got super, super lucky, but it was like a rare showing. Like, you have to go pretty far to see this movie. I know some countries are playing it in theaters, and then some places were playing it for like a week, but not like not very widely pushed into theaters. And I've already watched it on Disney Plus a couple of times too. Now, granted, my favorite Pixar movies, two of them, and it's very close right now between Ratatouille and Luca. They are both such good movies, and Luca is definitely up there. I actually have a background right now of Luca set as my computer wallpaper, and it's been there for a long time. Pixar is talented, and Pixar makes good movies, and I really, really hope that future ones, starting with Lightyear, although I don't think Lightyear will have the same impact as some of these movies have of the past year, including Luca and Turning Red, and thankfully Encanto went to theaters. But it's very sad to see movies getting treated this way, and especially movies that I think a lot of people really do like and care for. And I do know that Encanto really started popping off when it started really doing well when it went onto Disney Plus, but they also left it in theaters for a while. And I also know that it might be a better business choice. But whatever, I don't think that matters. It matters about the movie and the experience you get watching the movie, especially for the first time. And personally, I'm a big advocate for going to the theater and watching movies for the first time there if you can. Every movie, not necessarily, but definitely worthwhile to watch the movie in a theater if you can. But anyway, to this actual movie, this movie review now. This movie is amazing. Amazing. If you didn't get that, I hate explaining jokes. The main character's name is Mei. It's gonna be Mei. Probably, I don't know if I put the trailer before or after this, but we'll see. We shall see. This movie, from my understanding, made a lot of people uncomfortable. And for kind of a stupid reason, to be honest. I think it's kind of just how we treat our kids when they're younger and how much we actually tell them about their own bodies. So critic rise, this is a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I 100% agree with that one. I don't like critics a whole lot when it comes to that in particular, but I agree with that. 73% audience score. I mean, I'm glad it's that positive, but it needs to be more. This movie is amazing, and it has something for everybody. This movie could help a lot of young girls, understand more. And a lot of people who are very stressed in their lives, who want to make people proud, but they don't know how to balance that and their own life. And there's a lot of that in this movie. There's a great scene towards the end of the film that I won't say, but it kind of shows that it runs deep too. Like, some older generations of people could watch this movie and be like, yeah, that was me when I was young. I mean, there are people who were in their teens in around the 2000s, which is when this movie takes place. Around 2001 or 2002. I think it's 2002. And it's insane. Like, I've been seeing comments of, like, people saying, like, how accurate this is. And it's very accurate. And, like, what it's like to be a teen, and from my understanding, more like what it's like to be a teen girl in school. And how it feels to go through things and have overbearing parents and things like that, which is good. I mean, this movie, even if it's not just for kids, and that's what I like about Pixar movies more recently, is it's not just for kids, but they're still PG. They're trying to do something with their movies, making a fantastic movie, but also trying to show people something and let people know some sort of a message. Luca had one. Encanto, which was not Pixar but was Disney, definitely had one. Encanto feels very much like a Pixar movie. I feel like it could fit right in with these other titles here. And then this one. It's not just about poofing into a giant red panda. Turning red has multiple meanings. And I'll let you figure those out for yourself. And granted, be warned, when you go into this movie, the first about 10 to 15 minutes is very weird. Very anime inspired. And a lot of people are going to be like, what the heck is this? What am I watching? Wait. Because it gets good. And even that was great. This is also a friendship story. And I'm a sucker for friendship stories. That's why I love Luca so much. But Turning Red is heartwarming. And it's true. Not everything in it necessarily, but a lot of it. And I've seen reviews that are like, I don't know exactly how to pinpoint them. Maybe I can go on Letterboxd and look at some reviews, which I won't pop up on screen because I really can't. But there's a lot of jokes. What? Why does this one have a one? I'm not going to read these. Most of them are positive. A lot of people... I can see people looking at this movie and going, oh, it's about growing up. But, like, the fact that you can't, not so casually, but you can't easily just mention it partially because I forgot the word I'm looking for. Puberty, that's it. But the fact that it's so built in to not really talk about this kind of stuff when all it is just a factor of life. And in some aspects, it being so wrong. But I think that's kind of important. I'm glad that they did. And not even that, though. If you're not watching it for that, it's a very fun, and honestly, you could see this movie as just her struggling. I mean, even if you're just looking at the actual panda side, I feel like there are two sides to this. That's just like the title, Turning Red. Has two different meanings for that one word that you can pull from that. And if that's what you prefer, I mean, that's fine. It's kind of... It's very much, I feel, in a lot of movies, and this one included, it's however you want to interpret it, because there's a lot of different interpretations. Of course, there's one that the director meant, and that's, of course, the official one, but if you take something out of it that you see, like friendships, strong friendships, or overbearing parents, or anything like that, that might stick out to you and be like, hey, that was something in my life, or just simply wanting to do something, and your parents, when you were a child, said no. For this reason or that reason, and you were like, oh, you're so stupid, I don't want to talk to you, I don't like you, this, that, and the other thing. You went and pout in your room all day because you couldn't go to the concert, or you couldn't go to watch a movie, an R-rated film, or something. I feel like this movie is very relatable. It's very much so a movie that people could relate to. And people have related to. A lot of comments I've seen on the trailer alone kind of say that. But it's great. And on top of that, the animation is top tier. And I don't get, I guess fur is just super easy to like CGI. Because it looks so soft. Also kind of a joke in the movie. One character really likes just like how cute the panda is and how soft the panda is. It's great. But it's The tagline, growing up is a beast, and it is. And another thing from the movie, I mean, like, you know, everyone has a beast. Everyone has something that they're hiding, you know, that they don't want to come out. And that's kind of about that. Sometimes letting it out may not be such a bad thing. But sometimes it can be. So, I like the movie a lot. It's really good. I plan on getting it when it comes out. I'm hoping it comes out on Blu-ray. 4K Blu-ray, perhaps? Let me check. I go to Best Buy to get the Steelbooks. No, I do not want that. Not yet. Only a Funko Pop currently is all we got there. From it, nobody but you. And Catchy Music, which was actually written by Billie Eilish. She doesn't sing in it because it's a pop group filled with a bunch of guys, but was written by her and definitely feels like this movie feels like a 2000 movie. And I kind of miss that because nowadays, which is fine, we're getting further and further away from our stereotypical 2000 films. I like those a lot, the older 2000 films. They're upgrading and going further, which is not bad, but I'm always down for a kind of older type of film. There were a lot of films that I absolutely love from the 2000s, and it's kind of like some of my favorite periods of time. Now, there's a lot of movies nowadays, too, that I like a lot more than even some of those. But it was very nice to see a movie not take place in 2025 or 2055, you know, or 1900s. We don't get a lot of movies that take place in the year 2000 and are this good. It just isn't something that happens that much. But before you listen to critics, and I don't say this enough, before you listen, I mean, in this case, listen to critics, because critics are saying good things, and it's definitely the way it is. Before you listen to the reviews, before you listen to the comments about things in the movie, watch it. Do a free trial of Disney Plus if you can. Get Disney Plus for a month, or wait until it becomes more widely available. And it's a first-time director at that. And that is very impressive. This movie is not cheaply done. It's not badly directed. This movie is good. And I'm very lucky and happy to say that I was able to see it in a theater. Very small chance at that happening. But it was possible. And I hope that Disney will listen. That Disney will realize that, I mean, maybe it was a higher up call. Maybe no one in like Pixar directly wanted that, or even Luca to go there. But I want these movies to come to theaters. I think that when the movie released, there was nothing else out. There hasn't been anything else out. Like, Batman has been the only thing for this entire month. The Batman, has been the only thing for this entire month, and it only did well for the first 2 weeks. If you had put Turning Red out in the theaters, I have a feeling that it would have brought people in. You probably could have made more money than you would have with other things. With even other movies. You know, like even the Batman maybe would have shifted a little bit over, did a little bit less because of Pixar. Pixar, pretty much when you put Pixar's name with anything, you know it's going to be good. And I can't help but, I don't want to assume, so I'll just leave my thought out there, and I'm not saying that this is definitely what happened, but it's something that I can't help but notice. If Lightyear does not get delayed, then that will be the first Pixar movie since the shutdown to be in theaters. And I have a problem with that. Not that that movie might not be a great movie. One, Chris Evans is voicing Lightyear and not the original actor. But that's a different story for a different day. But the problem is, this is a Toy Story type movie. It's not taking place in that universe. It's taking place it's what the toy is based off of kind of deal. But it's of course going to probably make money because it's based off of that universe. A very popular Pixar universe. And then movies like Turning Red or Luca, which are one-offs, and I pray we'll have more. I would love to see another movie but Turning Red was very, very specific, and I feel like you really couldn't get a sequel out of Turning Red that would be that, like, off of the same, thing there. You could get another year in school, but or maybe we skip to when Mei Lee is old and has a kid of her own, and the same thing's happening, except maybe this time she does the opposite of what her mother did. We don't get to see stories like that a lot. And that could be really cool, being there for her child, her daughter, when her daughter starts to experience these things. And instead of trying to push it away, shows her to embrace it or let her choose. And maybe this time she would choose to put it away. And, I feel like that could be a similar thing. Maybe Mei Lee would push for her to keep the panda, but maybe she doesn't want to. Because we all have those instances. If you pay close attention to your life, I'm sure you can find an instance where you were like that. Where you were like pushing for something and not thinking about somebody else and what they wanted. And that's another thing you can pull out of this movie. There's so much. So much. But such a great movie. And again, I highly recommend you check it out. There will be a link down below to Disney+. That's the only place you can really watch the movie. So that's where the link is going to be. And I'm definitely going to pick this one up if it releases physically. I'm so happy Luca released physically because that movie is amazing. I got the Steelbook from Best Buy. I love it. And I would love a Luca 2. Maybe seeing him at school or something would be amazing. Except this time Pixar put Luca 2 in theaters. Thank you. Sorry, I'm annoyed. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So, this movie review. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you'll give this movie a shot. It's very good. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.